guys, welcome back. How the hell have you all been? Where the hell have I been? I'm back with a charity shop haul and a size 16 try on. Been promising it for weeks. Actually got my arse into gear this morning and I'm doing it. Excuse the hair, straight hair gone bad. Straight hair that got caught in the rain yesterday. You can see where my hat finished and my hair started. But we don't care. I have been charity shop shopping, my favourite pastime. And even better than charity shop shopping is charity shop shopping in the winter when the charity shops are full of sequins and they're full of velvet and party dresses. I just love it. And it's nearly Christmas, it's December on Sunday. How did that happen? I have not been very organised this year. I am really behind on my Christmas shopping. I have 2 weeks off now. I am going to nail Christmas. By the time I go back to work in 2 weeks' time, Christmas will be done. It'll be a wrap. She says. It probably won't. And I'll be running around on Christmas Eve like a loon. Good news, I'm actually off on Christmas Day this year. I'm a midwife, for those of you that don't know, so obviously working on Christmas Day is kind of goes with the territory. But I'm off for Christmas. I've got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. I haven't had a Christmas Eve off for, I think, 6 or 7 years. I've either worked the night shift or I've worked a long day on Christmas Eve, so got home at like 9 o'clock at night. So, and Christmas Eve to us is just even better than Christmas Day. So I'm so excited about that. We're even thinking of having our Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, which is completely controversial. And my mum went, oh yeah. So I don't think she agreed, but yeah, because I'm off on Christmas Day, but I'm working again. I start a run of 4 again on Boxing Day, and I'm like, do I really want to spend my whole of Christmas Day in the kitchen, and then like sit down at 8 o'clock at night, and then actually get up for work the next day? And I thought I'd probably rather do Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve in the evening, like they do in Scandinavia. Is Scandinavia isn't a country, is it? Like they do in, that's the group of countries, isn't it? So like they do in the Scandinavian countries is what I'm trying to say. I think they sort of eat their Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, I don't really have to do anything. I can just do turkey butties and do a load of extra roasties on Christmas Eve and then whack them in the oven again on Christmas Day. And then I can be a bit more chilled, and then when I start work on Boxing Day, I won't feel like I've had a completely like crappy Christmas just in the kitchen. So that's what we're thinking anyway. Whether that will happen or not, I don't know. And I don't really know if anything else has happened. I'm going off to York on Sunday. I'm going to try, and if I don't vlog it for YouTube, then I will definitely do some Instagram stories. I've been trying to do a few more Instagram stories lately, just because having a chat with the girls at work, and they were all saying that's what you need to be doing. If you can't be uploading to YouTube as often as you want to, then get on Instagram stories. So that's what I've been doing, and sort of uploading. I've only done it twice, so we're trying to kid. I've uploaded my outfits of the day on there, and a lot of the people that have responded, it's been really positive. So I'm going to carry on doing that. So I may just kind of Instagram story our York Christmas markets trip. And God, that's it really. That's been my life. We've painted and decorated my daughter's bedroom. So behind that door, that's our landing. It's like B&Q. There's ladders, there's paint pots, my husband wears overalls when he paints because I think he thinks it looks like, you know these guys that wear the dungarees and they wear them like half off and they're like dead muscly and sweaty, like in a Diet Coke ad. I think he thinks he looks a little bit like that, but he doesn't, because he's a bit more squidgy. But I love him. So I have gone full on sort of winter charity shop. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is, this is the thing that made my husband go, what the hell is that? And it's a 2-piece. Oh my God, blue crushed velvet. She wore blue velvet. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Well, she did. Oh my God, it's the most tactile, gorgeous, luxurious, luxe feeling material, isn't it? Velvet. And just look how it catches the light. So this is a pair of trousers. like a cuffed pair, are they cuffed? Ever so slightly cuffed pair of trousers, elasticated waist with a matching, don't judge me, a matching top, cowl neck top. Now, I have had a pair of crushed velvet pyjamas from Home Bargain, like a pale pink. They're absolutely gorgeous. I've washed them and they haven't fell apart, so happy days. But they're lovely, and I've really felt, because as you all know, if you have followed me from the beginning, I am a bit of a lover of a dressing gown. And I have decided I don't want to get home from work and get in my dressing gown. And I don't want to wear my dressing gowns on like days off. And I've had times where it's got to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm still in my dressing gown and I think, oh God, and like someone comes to the door and I've had to pretend I've just got up because I've been on nights, and actually I got up at 8 o'clock in the morning and I haven't been on nights. And I'm like, oh my God, I really need to not be wearing my dressing gown all the time, because I'm literally in my work uniform, in my dressing gown, in my work uniform, in my dressing gown. And last week I did 6 nights. I did sort of the end of one week's nights and the beginning of the next week, so it ended up being 6 together. And it nearly killed me. But I don't get dressed for a week. And by the end of it, the dressing gown basically could have walked to the laundry bin by itself. It was like, oh my God, I had everything down it. So I have bought these. Well, my original plan, I bought these as an alternative, like a loungy suit. And the trousers, yes, definitely wouldn't go out of the house in them, unless it was a dire emergency. Would possibly do the recycling in them. Would I go to the post office in them? Probably not. But the top, I'm going to show you a way that I've styled it that actually, I bloody love it. And this colour is on me, it's because I've got blue eyes, this colour just kind of makes my eyes pop a little bit. I think it probably doesn't. But yeah, this is my kind of blue and it's lovely. When I put it down on the counter, I could tell that the woman was judging me when I popped it on the counter in the charity shop, and I had to sort of overshare and say, I'm buying it as loungewear because I find that I wear my dressing gown all the time. I'm a midwife and I'm always in my dressing gown. And she was probably thinking, Jesus Christ, I didn't ask for your life story. I was just thinking, that's disgusting. But it's actually fab, and I paid £3.25 per piece for those. I'm telling you, when you see it on, it's a revelation. And then sticking with the velvet theme and on the same shopping trip, I bought a pair of black velvet culottes. Now, they're not supposed to be culottes. They're a wide-legged trouser. They're Marks and Spencer's. They're a size 16. I paid £3.25 for them. Oh, they're not. They're a size 14, sorry. But they are short, because Marks and Spencer's do different lengths, don't they? And I'm a long girl, and these are short. So where on somebody that was 5'2", these would be a trouser, on a 5'7" bird like myself, they are, in fact, a culotte. But I love them, and I tried them on. My dad will hate them. My dad has a thing about culottes. He hates them. He'll hate these. But Dad, I bloody love them. So I want to get some merch. I want to get some merchandise saying I bloody love it, like t-shirts and things. Should I do that? I bloody love it. In like sequins, white t-shirt with it on in sequins or something. Oh, can you imagine how ace that would be? Anyway, I digress. So they are just the dogs. I love them. And again, they're black velvet. They're so luxurious. I went to a dance show last night. My daughter does street dance, bless her. And it was the dance competition last night at the local high school. So she's not at high school, she's at infant school, but we had to go, well I had to go because you could only have one ticket each, which was absolutely stupid. So we had to choose a parent, and I was going to say I drew the short straw, but that's really bad because it was lovely. I got chosen to go and watched her strut her stuff on the stage in sequins, and she absolutely loved it. But I thought I'm gonna do full on sequins as well. So I basically wore these, and I wore a sequiny top. and a jacket, and I felt lovely. So I'm going to show you afterwards how I styled these last night. I thought a dance show. And you know when you're like, they were dancing, I was like, oh, I'd love to do that. I'd love to go to start doing like street dance. Because we all think, don't we, that we can dance. Everybody thinks they can dance, everybody thinks they can sing, and everybody thinks they've got a good sense of humour, don't they? And we can't possibly have all three. So, and I can hold a tune, and I think I've got a good sense of humour, but I think I can dance, but I probably really can't. But you know, like if you were actually choreographed, like doing all the moves, and she was like doing stuff, and then she was like doing all this, and she was like dead sassy. And I was like, where does she get that sass from? Because it isn't me, you know, I listen to Radio 4. I have no sass. So, and all these songs that were coming on, they danced to Madcon, Begging, which I do actually know. Every other song that came on, there was like 20 schools dancing. Never heard of any of the songs. Not in a million years had I heard of any of them. One was called XTC. XTC, that was the title of the song. And I thought, oh, I know XTC, because my brother used to be into them. Expected Senses Working Overtime, or whatever it was called. And it was a song called Ecstasy. But it was, and I was like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought I could go on strutting to XTC. I was thinking, that's not very street dance. Next, now, these are something that I did put on Instagram, and a lot of people were like, no frickin' way did you find them in a charity shop. Yes, I frickin' did. But I can't find them now. Oh, where the hell are they? Oh, got them. So, my son, well, years ago, I wore Doc Martens shoes for school. Black, very plain Doc Martens shoes. Had them for years. Absolutely loved them. And then haven't really had any. And I've thought about it. I've got some kind of Doc Marten boots that are Doc Marten inspired, but not Doc Martens, the Chelsea boots. And my son wears Doc Martens, and he has had probably about 5 pairs over the last 12 months. He's become a massive fan. We're massive fans. He's become a massive fan of a Doc Marten, and he kept saying to me, Mum, you should get some Doc Martens, I think they'd really suit you. And my husband's been wearing some Doc Martens, like the Chelsea boot type. My son's been wearing these brogues. My daughter's had a pair of the little Chelsea boots, and I'm like, God, I'm the only one without any Doc Martens. So, anyway, I said to my son, I'm going to make it my goal. I'm going to make it my goal in life to find a pair of Doc Martens in a charity shop. And he was like, yeah, I'm sure you'll find some, Mum. I said that on the Friday. On the Saturday, Doc Martens shoes in a charity shop window in cancer research in my local village, and they were £15. And I saw them there in the window in like a glass cabinet. You know, it's the more expensive stuff when it's in the glass cabinet, don't you? And I was like, oh my God, what size are they? Size 6. I'm a 7. I was like, oh no, gutted. Anyway, I could only fit in them, can't I? So, and they do hardly look like they've been worn. I mean, they have been worn, and they were a little bit scuffed on the front here, but I've bought some polish and polished them, and they've come up like an absolute dream. But when I went in, because you know there's always a story. When I went into the charity shop, I was wearing my knee-high brown Dune boots, which are from a charity shop, which I had last year. And the woman in the charity shop, when I went in last year and bought the brown Dune boots, there were black Dune boots as well, that my husband said, well, you don't need 2 pairs. And I listened like a fool. So I didn't buy 2 pairs. And then ever since, all I've said is, I really wish I'd have had them black jean boots. I'd have loved, those black jean boots would have gone lovely now. And he's like, okay, you should have had the black ones, I'm sorry. So when I went in and to see these, she said to me, you're the lady who bought the brown Dune boots, aren't you? And I said, yes, I am. And he didn't let me have the black ones. And to this day, I don't let him, you know, I won't let him forget about it. And he like rolled his eyes. Anyway, I tried them on, absolutely loved them. And I was like, I'm going to have them. I can't believe I found them. I can't believe it. And then she said, I think there's another pair somewhere. I'm sorry, what now? And my husband was like, oh God, don't tell her that. So she said, yeah, I'm sure there is. So she went, Barbara, where's those Doc Martens? In the window. And I was like, oh, she must mean the ones I've got. Oh, she didn't mean the ones I'd got. So they're the ones I tried on. And these were the ones that were still in the window. Look. I mean, yes, they are very similar. I know I probably didn't need them both. But obviously taken in by the same person who's obviously just gone, nah, I don't really like Doc Martens anymore. So they were £15 as well. They're the same size. And I can't even begin to tell you how I feel when I wear them. I just love them. I'm so excited. My son is so impressed. He thinks I'm like the trendiest mum ever now because I wear Doc Martens. But I have to say that they've totally like revolutionised my wardrobe. I feel like I can just like chuck something on that's probably a little bit prim and then whack on my Martens and I'm like, hey, she's cool. So yeah, and the woman was going, well, you need to buy them both because, you know, remember the black boot incident? And I was going, yeah, I do. I need to buy them both. And my husband's like, they're so similar. Why do you need them both? It's like, because one's a brogue and one's plain. And one's got the yellow stitching and one hasn't. And he's like, oh, okay, fine. I was so excited. So that was my Doc Marten purchase. And then I bought, in the same shop that I bought the velvet two-piece, I bought this jumper, which I did wear did I wear it last week or this week? I can't even remember. Which was a bit premature because, you know, is it Christmas jumper season yet? Who knows? But it's this. Oh dear. And it's originally from Sainsbury's. Again, I paid £3.25. The women in that shop must just go, I'll just make everything £3.25. It is the Age Concern in my local village, which is a place called Frodsham. So I bought that, and it's a size 18, so it is nice and big, and I can do that whole front tuck thing. And I've had this on with my black sort of cropped trousers, and I was thinking, you know, Christmas jumper day, it's just really snuggly. It's that kind of chenille wool. I just love it. And then that's a bit glittery, and then it's got a glittery old Rudolph's nose there. I just love it. So that's that. And then I have bought a jacket. Again, it's like one of them things where I'm like, right, what I really want now when I'm shopping is I'd really like a velvet blazer, because I've got my Jules blazer, which I wear in the summer, which is more like a linen, like a pale blue. You will have seen it. It's got the spotty interior with the yellow coffee things. Live and die in that in the summer. But in the winter, I was like, I want an alternative. I want something that I can put on that's not really, really dressy, that's not my winter coat. Like, for an example, last night, where I want something I can keep on, where I know I'm not going to be freezing, but I want a jacket on, but I don't want my big bulky coat on. So enter velvet jacket of my dreams. Let me take it off there, because it is just the hanger that it was on. It is a turquoise teal velvet. I don't know if it's velvet. I don't think it's like that moleskin more than velvet, but it feels beautiful and luxurious. And it's originally from Laura Ashley. This is a size 18, and it was £12, I think. But it's absolutely immaculate. And my only concern when I bought it was it potentially a little bit too big? But then I've got over myself and thought, no, I don't think it is. And I knew, because I tried it on in the shop and really, really liked it, and then thought, when I got it home and you can try it on properly, and I thought, oh, I don't know whether I think it is too big. But it's one of those items where I knew if I'd have taken it back, I would have instantly regretted it, because it is lovely. And the 2 or 3 times now that I've worn it, my husband has commented and said, oh my God, it's so lovely, it looks so nice. And I wore this last week on one of my Instagram stories, and somebody said I looked like something to do, I can't remember how she worded it. It was something like Christmas, Hogwarts, like uniform type thing. And I was like, yes, that is kind of the vibe. You need that whole, I love in the winter, I love winter whites and I love greys. But then I do love that whole rich kind of clarets and turquoise, like the jewel colours. I do really like them as well. So I am going to show you how I wore my velvet culottes last night. Sorry again, Dad. And show you what I styled it with and how I styled it. And just a couple of tips. And remember the dress that I turned back to front? Well, there's a couple more things that I'm gonna turn back to front. So without further ado, I will get on with the try on. So I will see you in a rolling mo. See you in a minute. So these are the black velvet pants. They're really, really nice. They feel really luxurious. I'll show you them like that. I'm wearing them with the Brogue Doc Martens. I've got some tights on just underneath so that your eye isn't sort of automatically drawn to my ankles, if you understand what I mean. It kind of gives a more uniformed impression. And I've got some black cropped trousers as well, and I do the same with them. I wear either my black tights underneath them or black socks that sort of come up higher, and then a coloured shoe, and then it just kind of makes it not so like that's where my ankle stops and I've got ankle and then it's all just a bit broken up. So I really like that look. And then this is a white company shirt which I actually bought last summer, I think, in the summer sale, and I really like it. Excuse the black bra, I really like it, little white pattern all over it. So I mean, you could literally just wear it like that if you wanted to sort of just be smart and put a big coat on over the top. Last night I wore it with this, which is my velvet sequined blouse. Oh my god. Last night I wore it with my sequin vest. Now wearing it with the scoop at the front doesn't really do a great deal of anything for the top, I don't think. But if I turn it around, and it is quite a high neck at the back, and it's not a neck that you couldn't turn it round and then not really wear a jacket with it, because it's almost like a bit of a racer back. So you do need, it sort of cuts in quite a lot here, which you'll see. But I quite like the fact that it comes up high and I can wear the collar over the top of it like that. And then I would just, last night, just literally tucked the shirt in all the way around and then just sort of tucked that down, and then I popped on my teal coat. And I just think the colours, the teal, because it's all texture, it's the velvet trousers, the sequin top. I like the shirt. I think it makes it look quite preppy, if you understand what I mean. I think it looks smart without looking very, very dressy. But I just think that that together is such a cool outfit, and I was so comfortable wearing this last night. And I just think it's like a lovely kind of alternative to wearing a party dress. I mean, if I was going out for a meal, I would 100% wear an outfit like this, because I just think it's lovely. And do you understand what I mean about the jacket? I wondered whether it was a little bit too big, and I was sort of, but actually when I wear it, I do think it's lovely. And it's one of those, I'm going to be able to wear a jumper underneath as well, so I do think it's really, really nice. But I think that as an outfit on its own is just absolutely lovely. And I think it's, you know, if you've got any sort of black trousers or black, you know, they don't have to be velvet, black trousers or black crop trousers, get those tops out that you don't wear very often, turn them back to front. I mean, that's it at the back. And you might be able to get away. I wouldn't feel comfortable like that. And then the only other thing I thought, I've got my green winter coat, and if it was particularly cold and I was going out but I knew I wanted to wear my jacket but I need my coat on as well, then this is a really good sort of, oh, let me just get myself sorted. Could almost pull that down there. I've worn this coat loads and loads. I've had so much wear out of it. This is my ASOS coat that I paid £10 in a charity shop for. See, I would be quite happy to sort of just lift the collar and put it over the top. And if I was going out, I could wear that with it as well. And I think that length of coat actually looks nice with these trousers. I think it's a good length. I think that looks really nice. So again, you don't have to just wear the jacket. So, but this, I just think as a piece like this to wear over a shirt, I just think it instantly transforms what you're wearing, and I think that looks really, really nice. So I'm going to just try you on the top, the blue velvet top now. I won't be a minute. So the top I was telling you about, so this is how it's supposed to be worn with the cowl neck. However, this does absolutely nothing for me, I don't think. I never know how to wear them. I think if you wear a jacket, they get squashed. And I just think I'm not very flattered by that neckline, I don't think, but I love the colour. And I was like, oh, if the colour was higher, then that would be lovely. So, what did we do? We only bloomin' turned it round. So turn it around. There's a nice little seam just along there. And actually, having that at the back, I don't mind so much because it actually looks quite elegant, having that lower neckline at the back. And I don't mind so much showing that part of me off. I don't mind showing my chest off if I'm showing my shoulders off as well. And I think that collarbones and shoulders can look really, really elegant. And even on bigger girls, you know, you tend to have, you know, collarbones and things, and I think it does look really nice. But just kind of having that funny neckline, I think doesn't particularly flatter me. However, turning it around, because there's no darts or anything anywhere, so I just think that wearing it like that just makes a big difference. And I think even though this is the top I predominantly bought to wear for lounging around the house in, this will definitely be something that I would wear over Christmas. This is a really, really good kind of Christmas meal outfit because it's all elastic. So I'm just tucking this down here. I mean, these trousers are an absolute dream. I love them. And what I'm going to do is just throw on a big belt. So I've got like it's an elasticated belt with a big buckle at the front. So I would just shove that on. I don't know how much of that you can see, like that. And I think that together would look really nice. And then what I'm going to do is pop on my blue jacket, because I think sometimes wearing colour with colour, and I've said this to you before, if I was to wear like a black jacket over this, I just think it would sort of flatten this colour, but keeping it in the same kind of colour spectrum, the blue and the green, I actually think looks really, really nice. And I think together those two colours look lovely, and I like the belt because the trousers are low-waisted. Even if I was to tuck this top in a little bit, my legs would look short. So I've tucked the top in, and then I've put the belt around my waist, so the bottom of the belt is literally just touching the top of the trousers. So, but it gives the illusion, especially because if you're wearing short trousers as well, you can have the illusion that your legs are short. So wearing the belt high up there gives the illusion that you've still got long legs, rather than just having the trousers low down there. So just putting that belt up higher sort of draws the eye here and then gives that illusion of a long leg, which I really like. But I think this jacket is just an absolute godsend. I think it's lovely, and I think with this colour, I think it looks really, really nice. But I think as a meal outfit, or you know, like a Christmas Day outfit, you know, when we all get really dressed up on Christmas Day and then we whack on our slippers, I think even as an outfit like that, this would be perfect, because it's just one of those, you can go and sit around in somebody's house meal outfit. Thinking about food. Yeah, so I'm so happy with that as an outfit. I really, really like it, and I just love these trousers. I absolutely love them, and I think if you can, this sort of proves really that they're not even the right length, but you can make them work. So I love them. So what shall I try on? So I'll try you on my Christmas jumper. I'll whack that on as well, because again, that is something that I would probably wear with my velvet trousers. And again, just wearing the Doc Martens kind of just makes it all a bit more cash. So that I love. With the Doc Martens shoes, I would probably even wear my redder shoes to go with the red nose of Rudolph. It's really long, it's really cosy. I just think it's a really fun kind of thing to wear, and I just love it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shove on a couple of other things with these trousers, stuff that I've got in my wardrobe. One particular thing that I haven't worn in a long time because I've not known how to wear it until now. So this is a dress I had from a boutique about 6-7 years ago, something like that, and I did wear it. It's only short, and that's the reason I've not worn it. It's felt too short. I'm mid-40s now, and it just, because it's lace and it's got an underdress bit, but the underdress bit finishes a good couple of inches before the lace of the dress, and I just felt that it's just too short and too showy. And also, this has been something that I've not particularly been a lover of, showing all of this skin. Now underneath it I'm wearing the thing that I bought a couple of weeks ago. So it's this, it's from Marks and Spencer's originally, but I had it from a charity shop, and it's got a little bit of sort of lace detail. And I think that just having that underneath, rather than the whole of this being exposed, and it's also got like a little bit of scalloping around the edge, so it comes out a little bit further than the dress, and the dress has got the scalloping as well. So it just, that's my bra strap, yeah, so it just sort of sits, and I just think having that underneath it, again, makes it look a little bit more wearable for me. I'm not saying that you can't wear it, just I haven't felt comfortable wearing it like that. So I tried it on last week, and I tried it on with the velvet trousers, and I just thought, you know what, as an alternative to not wearing it, I probably would wear it like that. And I also would wear it, and I did this, I just literally, I mean, my other thing I was thinking was, because I love the top of the dress and I love the style of the dress, is literally wearing it, like chopping the bottom off, and having it as more of a top, because I do think that that does look really nice as well. So I was contemplating maybe doing that as well. But I think even just to kind of tuck it in and have it out at the back, but in at the front, obviously I would do it a little bit better than that. And just so that you've got the trousers showing, so maybe you don't like the whole dress over trousers thing, and then shoving the belt on again so that it just maybe feels a little bit more finished off. I don't know how well that's picking up on camera because of the light and things. And this is probably, you know, I'm not saying I would wear it like that right now, but I think as an alternative, like I say, to not wearing the dress, I think probably what I would do and what looks better is just to kind of chop it off and tuck it in. But I think that could be potentially something that I would get a lot more wear out of with these trousers. And I do think that just wearing it like that with the trousers underneath does look really quite quirky and quite nice. And I think that that's probably something that I will wear more. I have worn it like this. We went to a concert last week at my son's school and I wore it like this, and I can't remember what I wore over the top. I think I wore this. I just wore my coat. And again, it's wearing colour with colour, green and green. And that I really liked. I think the fault we make is we have something that's black and we have something that's bright pink or something, and we wear it with black and it flattens it completely. But I think wearing colour with colour just looks nice, and I really, really enjoy doing that. So again, that was another way of wearing these trousers. And I suppose if it was short, you could even get away, because bottle green and turquoise together, if I was to do that whole tuck thing, if I whack that down the back of my trousers, see, I even think that looks really nice. It's really festive and really like cosy looking without being dead dressy. And I really, really, really like it. And I think I'm probably going to chop this dress off, maybe chop it off to about there and hem it around the bottom, and then I can just tuck it into what I'm wearing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Yeah, so I'm really, really happy with that. And then obviously the only other thing that I've got, well, not obviously, yeah, I do like that, is sort of to wear these as a little bit more casual, like I did with the jumper. I've got here a top that I had from, oh, there's that as well, which I suppose you could wear. This was my sequin jacket that I paid £2 for, and I'd have to probably wear a thicker top underneath or something a little bit higher. But again, there's that way of wearing them. This is a top that I've had for a couple of years, and it was from a charity shop, but it's originally from COS, and it feels absolutely amazing. And it's from a charity shop in Knutsford that actually stock ex-COS stock. It's very, very hit and miss. Sometimes there's loads of stuff, other times there's not. It is still quite expensive. I think I paid about £19 for this top, which I know still isn't bad. The floor's covered in sequins off that little vest. So there's that, and then I've got a little cardigan, and let me try it on like that. So, just some beads, again, that I had from a charity shop. Excuse the top because it does really need ironing. Yeah, so this is a cardigan that I had from a charity shop. It's originally a white company, and it's just like a little bolero, not even a bolero, just like an edge-to-edge jacket in a lovely thick wool, and it is really, really pretty, and I like wearing it with this top because the necklines are so similar. I think it complements it. I've worn it with lower things and I don't like it so much, and I also like the fact that it's just ever so slightly longer than the cardigan, and again, wearing that like that, I just think is another kind of alternative to jeans or a skirt, and I just think it just looks really, I just think it looks really pretty, and it's kind of, it is quite dressy, and I could easily go out for a Christmas meal wearing this, and I think these are going to be the one thing, you know, if you meet me in the winter, I'm going to be wearing these babies. So and these. These were my daughter's, but you know, you could totally get away with that, can't you? So that is it for this video. It's like I say, it was a very quick try on. It was just to kind of showcase these trousers and Doc Martens and alternative ways that you can be festive without wearing all the Christmas jumpers and all the sparkles, and without kind of being slutty. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I have a video coming next week which will be a Christmas house tour, and that will be uploaded next Tuesday, I think. I've got a specific reason why it needs to be uploaded then, which will be revealed in the video. And yeah, apart from that, I'll catch up with you over the weekend. Probably if you follow me over on Instagram, I am Radcliffe with an E, as in Daniel, as in Harry Potter, no relation, Radcliffe_E. If you go to the About Me part of this YouTube channel, you will be taken straight to my Instagram, and it'd be great to see you over there. I will vlog my day on Sunday up at York Christmas markets with my mum, and I will catch up with you really soon. Lots of Christmas content hopefully coming your way. Yeah, so have an amazing weekend, wrap up warm, stay cosy, and I will see you all soon. So lots of love.